Look at your wrists for a second. Do they look exactly the same as they did 5 or even 10 years ago? Maybe a little thinner, a little weaker, maybe even more stiff. And here's what most people over 60 are told. It's just aging. It's your bone structure. You can't really change it, so they stop trying. But here's the truth. Your wrists are not getting weaker because of age. They're getting weaker because you've been training them the wrong way. Wait, this is important. Most modern workouts only train one part of your wrist. Every time you lift something, pull something, or carry something, you're using the same muscles again and again. But your wrist isn't just one muscle. It's a system. There are muscles that rotate your arm muscles that lift your hand up, and muscles that support your grip all day long. And most people completely ignore 2 of them. That's why your grip feels weak. That's why your hands get tired fast. That's why simple things like opening a jar feels harder every year. But here's the good news. Thousands of years ago, people had incredibly strong, thick, stable wrists without gyms, without machines, without heavy weights. And once you understand what they were doing differently, you can start rebuilding that same strength safely even after 60, in just a few minutes a day. So in this video, I'm going to show you 3 simple movements designed to wake up all parts of your wrist without pain, without strain, and without complicated equipment. And the first one is something most people have never trained in their entire life. Exercise 1. Wrist rotation hold. Now this is where everything starts. And most people over 60 have never trained this in their entire life. Your wrist is designed to rotate, not just bend. But here's the problem. Almost every exercise you've ever done trains the wrist in only one direction. That's why your wrists start feeling stiff, weak, and limited over time. And this is exactly why simple things like turning a key, opening a jar, or holding a pan begin to feel harder than they should. Little by little, you start noticing that your hands do not move as smoothly as they used to. So we fix that first. This movement is called wrist rotation hold. And don't worry, this is very gentle on your joints. Sit comfortably on a chair and rest your forearm on your thigh or on a table. Now hold something light, like a small water bottle. Start with your palm facing up. Slowly rotate your hand down until your palm faces the floor. Pause for a second, then slowly rotate back up. That's 1 rep. Go slow. This is important. This is not about speed. This is about control. And that control is what starts rebuilding real strength. Even 8 to 10 slow reps can feel challenging when you do them properly. And here's the key. Stop before any pain. You should feel effort, not discomfort. If it feels too easy, slow it down even more. That's where the real strength builds. Start with 2 sets, and over time, build up to 12 to 15 slow reps. What this does is wake up the deep muscles around your wrist, the ones that protect your joints, improve stability, and give you better control in daily life. And once this starts improving, you'll notice something interesting. Your wrists don't just feel stronger, they start feeling less stiff, more steady, and more capable too. Exercise 2. Finger open strength. Now this is the part almost nobody trains, and this changes everything. Most people think grip strength means squeezing harder, but that's only half the story. Your hands don't just close, they also need to open. And when you ignore this, your wrists start becoming unbalanced. That's why your hands get tired quickly. Your grip feels weaker than it should, and even holding light things for longer starts to feel uncomfortable. Over time, this imbalance can also add extra strain on your joints without you even realizing it. Wait, this is important. If you only train closing and never train opening, you're actually making your wrists weaker over time. So we fix that here. This movement is called finger open strength, and it's one of the safest and simplest exercises you can do, even after 60. You can use a simple rubber band, place it around all 5 fingers, then slowly open your fingers as wide as you can. Hold for a second, then relax. That's it. If you don't have a band, you can still do the movement by slowly opening and closing your hands with control. Simple, but very powerful. Do this for about 1 minute, rest, then repeat. Build up to 2 to 3 rounds. And here's what you'll notice. At first it feels easy, then suddenly your forearms start working in a way you've probably never trained before. That's a good sign. It means you're finally waking up the muscles that have been ignored for years. These are the muscles that support your grip, protect your wrist, improve balance in your hands, and help your movements feel smoother and more controlled in daily life. Exercise 3. Towel hold. Now this is where real strength comes in, not the kind you use for a few seconds, but the kind you use all day. Because here's the truth. Most people don't lose strength because they can't lift. They lose strength because they can't hold. They can't carry groceries for long. They can't hold a bag with confidence. And their hands give up too quickly. Little by little, that starts affecting everyday life more than most people realize. That's why this part matters so much. And this is exactly what we fix here. This movement is called towel hold. It looks simple, but don't let that fool you. For people over 60, simple and controlled often works best. And this exercise is very gentle on the joints, but extremely effective for building steady, reliable strength. Take a small towel and hold it with both hands. Now gently pull it apart, just enough to create tension. Not as hard as you can, just enough so your hands, wrists and forearms stay active. And hold. That's it. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Keep your neck loose and keep your grip steady, not too tight, just controlled. This is not about forcing tension, it's about learning how to maintain it. Start with 15 to 20 seconds, then rest and repeat. Over time, build up to 30, then 40, and eventually even 60 seconds. And here's the important part. This is not about squeezing as hard as you can. It's about maintaining smooth, steady pressure. Because that's what real life actually demands. Holding, carrying, supporting, and as you build this, your wrists don't just feel stronger during exercise. They start feeling stronger in daily life too. More stable, more dependable, more reliable. Simple routine. Now let's put everything together, nice and simple. You don't need a long workout, you don't need heavy weights. Just a few minutes done the right way. Start with the wrist rotation hold, slow and controlled, 2 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Then move to finger open strength, 1 to 2 minutes, steady pace. 2 rounds is enough to start, then finish with the towel hold. Hold for 15 to 30 seconds, 2 to 3 sets. That's it. The whole routine takes about 10 to 15 minutes, and you only need to do this 3 times per week. Now listen carefully, don't rush this. Don't try to do too much too soon. Consistency beats intensity every single time. And if you stay patient, you'll start noticing small changes first. Less stiffness, better control, stronger grip. Then, over time, your wrists start feeling more solid, more stable, more dependable. And here's the part most people don't realize. Your body can still adapt even after 60. You just have to train it the right way. So now I want to ask you something. Which one felt the hardest for you? The rotation, the opening, or the hold? Because your answer tells you exactly what your body needs most right now. If you want more simple, joint-friendly strength routines like this, make sure you subscribe. And stay consistent because that's where real strength comes back.